Good morning, everyone. I'm Jasmine Anderson. A community on edge right now after a terrifying home invasion. Police say 3 men dressed as utility workers forced their way into a home on Foley Court in North Hills. They claim to be checking on a gas leak yesterday afternoon. Once inside, police say the trio, one armed with a gun, pushed past the home's caretaker, then threw the 69-year-old homeowner to the ground. The men took off when she started screaming. No word on what was taken. A former Great Neck school security guard is accused of stockpiling an arsenal of homemade explosive. Angelo Hazagelis and his brother were charged by the Queens DA. Investigators say they found a weapons cache in the brothers' Astoria apartment that included bombs, several ghost guns, and a hit list. The Great Neck Public School Superintendent says Hazagelis was hired through Aero Security and no longer serves the district. The brothers are due in court next month. A South Setauket dad is due in court today accused of critically injuring his infant son. Police say the 5-week-old boy was brought by ambulance to Stony Brook Hospital on January 21st with injuries, quote, consistent with abuse. Vincent Diasasi was arrested yesterday. The boy remains hospitalized in critical condition. A Freeport man will spend the next 21 years in prison for the wrong-way DWI crash that killed 2 people. Juan De Leon Collado was sentenced yesterday for this 2022 crash on Sunrise Highway in Massapequa Park. Collado's 29-year-old cousin and a 24-year-old Massapequa man in another car were both killed. Financially troubled Nassau University Medical Center has a pension problem. 10 retired NUMC surgeons are receiving annual pensions in excess of $200,000. That's according to data released from See Through NY. The Albany-based think tank says of the state's 54 pensioners making over $200,000 a year, nearly half worked on Long Island. Flooding Solutions on the North Fork, South Hotown has begun a project to map flood-prone areas and establish detours that are not underwater. The maps could be a useful tool for first responders during evacuations and rescues. The action plan will also help the town secure state and federal grants for future infrastructure projects. Amityville has extended the deadline to apply for its downtown facade grant program. Businesses now have until March 1st. The program aims to help as many as a dozen businesses by covering the cost of updating their exteriors. The facelift grants range from $5,000 to $100,000. Checking out your hyperlocal forecast. Cloudy today, highs around 38 degrees. Tonight's lows pretty much the same in the 30s and 20s in some spots. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and highs around 40 degrees, so a bit of a warm up for you. A look at your 7-day forecast coming up.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Home Tax Saver, PTRC Incorporated.
Suffolk County could pay hundreds of millions of dollars thanks to pending lawsuits. Macy Egland and Vera Chinisi have the story you'll see only in Newsday.
Right now, Suffolk County is facing hundreds of millions of dollars in legal claims. Newsday politics reporter Vera Chinisi is following this story for us. Give us kind of an idea of what a few of these claims are for, because it seems like there's a really big range in them.
Yeah, so there's definitely a big range. One of the largest claims is for ratepayers in the Southwest Sewer District. Basically, the original construction bond was paid off in 2000, but the ratepayers continued to be taxed for that cost for several years after. Another one is tied to the mother of Thomas Valva. She has filed a $200 million lawsuit against the county. Last year, she rejected a $3 million settlement offer, but she has said that she'd be willing to settle for about $30 million.
Is this normal for a county government to be facing lawsuits kind of at this scope?
This is within the range of what you'd expect for a government the size of Suffolk. It's roughly equal to what Nassau is facing. For comparison, New York City paid out about $1 billion for settlements last year. And it's also something that governments anticipate and they budget for. So Suffolk does have ample reserves right now to cover these costs.
So where do we go from here? Because we know a lot of these lawsuits can stretch for a long amount of time. What happens next here?
So it's going to be up to the new administration to decide how they want to handle these. So in the next few months, next few years, we're going to be watching to see what their legal strategy is moving forward.
Okay, keep an eye on it. Thank you very much, Vera.
Read more about Suffolk's pending lawsuits on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the NewsdayTV video box. The son of former Jet Sean Ellis is pursuing his hoop dreams on the hardwood here on Long Island. Kirsten Kelman has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
This 6'1" sophomore guard is making a big impact on the Hills East court. And like every young athlete, he has a role model.
I was greatly inspired by him. He used to play basketball when he was younger, and obviously he was a dominant figure on the court and on the field, so I tried to follow in his footsteps.
For Skylar Ellis, it's his father, former NFL defensive end Sean Ellis, who spent 10 years with the New York Jets.
He has very great potential. He works very hard at the game. The sky's the limit for him.
I love seeing them proud of me. I love seeing them proud of what I'm doing, and I just want to keep doing that.
What does it mean to see your son play on this court?
It means a lot. Like I said, I don't miss a game. I just try to show my support in any way possible. I grew up without having a father. So for me, it's extra important to make sure I'm there.
While only a sophomore, Ellis averages 8 points per game and is looking to take his skills to the next level.
I want to play D1 basketball in college somewhere, so I want to keep working to that. But for right now, I feel like I'm in a good position and I can keep growing.
He definitely has to work ethic to do anything in life that he set out to do, and as well as in the classroom as well. He's a high on the road student. For me, I couldn't ask for anything else.
In Dix Hills, Carissa Kelman, Newsday TV.
Like father, like son. I love it. And congratulations to you, Skylar, and good luck. Read more about Skylar Ellis on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Get in the game with Newsday. The best team of sports reporters and columnists bring you in-depth analysis, behind-the-scenes stories, and news from inside the locker room. Get in the game when you subscribe to Newsday, your destination for total sports coverage at newsday.com/sports.
I'm Jasmine Anderson. Thank you so much for watching. We'll leave you with a look at your hyperlocal 7-day forecast.